Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the individual tarot readings for Twice members. Today it's Tsuyu's turn. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I know she's the Maknae of the group and that she is the double Gemini, that she is a Gemini sun and moon. So a lot of mental processes, a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity here. And I think that she was the one that I confused Gigio with because I swear I used to think Gigio was the Gemini one. I mean, I knew Tzuyu was also Gemini, but I thought both of them were Gemini. But let's go with Tzuyu. The archetype card that she got is the card of the Exorcist, the Engineer, and the Midas card. So, yes, the first card actually is very important in the sense that it brings a lot of profoundness to her. Probably she's very magnetic person. There's something about her that actually is like a mystery to others. And also, being an exorcist, especially in a group or a group, whether it's family or work, it means that you carry with you the ability to transmute energies of that group. And at the same time, pulling out or put into manifestation a lot of things that are hidden. So probably without her realizing this, she brings some kind of balance in moments of chaos. Or probably she could be the one that if there's something in the group, for example, in the group where she belongs to, if there's like an elephant in the room or there's something hidden or there's an issue or a problem that no one is talking about but that everyone is aware that is there, probably her presence or the way just the fact that she is there, it is like this event or this situation comes out to light and it's exposed. And I also think that she is someone that can see through people's intention. Probably she doesn't say anything. She is very, because I think her Mercury is in Cancer. So even though she is a double Gemini and everyone will be like, oh, she must be really communicative. There's something about her Mercury in Cancer that actually, it means that probably she is like a mix of intellect and at the same time of emotions. So probably she's very emotional inside, even though it is very well hidden by all this air energy that she has. But I think that sometimes when she does speak her mind, probably she is the one that pulls out or brings out all the demons, all the other members' secrets, or all the other members' like hidden issues or things they do not dare to talk about. And I don't see her like actually doing this on purpose. I think that it's something that is almost like she sets up this kind of mood to initiate this kind of atmosphere where when you are near her or when you are with her, you need to exorcist yourself in the end, that in order for you to communicate with her, you need to get rid of all your masks or of all your veils, and of all those like defense mechanisms that doesn't allow you to speak your truth or to tell things the way you really think that they are. And then with the engineer, definitely with the engineer, I think that she's very Gemini in the sense that probably she does have a hard time speaking her mind or speaking how she really feels. I think that she has a lot of intellect. She's really smart, because you know that engineer, it's about building things and it's about seeing the rational side of things. So I see her like, yes, her being really intelligent and really understanding how everything works, and at the same time she's very realistic and she's very rational. She's not dramatic at all. She's not like, oh, I did this and they did this to me. No, she just flows. She's just like, probably if she feels uncomfortable with something, probably she will not say anything. She will just endure it. And this doesn't mean that she doesn't have feelings or there's nothing that bothers her. It's just that for her, it's like, it seems like she's emotionless, but actually she does have emotions. It's just that she sees always the practical side of things. You know, if I do this, this will help me to achieve this. You know, in order to get from A to B, I need to do this. So she bases her actions or the consequences in base of what she can gain from the situation. So sometimes then later in time, maybe she gets a moment to reflect about the past and being like, oh yes, I shouldn't have done this, or I should have said something. I think that there's also something about this girl that despite of her being a double Gemini, I think that the fact that she is a double Gemini and that she has a lot of air energy, it means that probably her lesson in this life is to learn how to be more communicative. I have the feeling that her air energy is a bit stuck, in the sense that probably it's not that she doesn't talk, it's just that she doesn't connect with her inner emotions when she talks. It's like she talks in a very calculated and a bit cold kind of way. But I think that when it comes to really matters that affect her or that are very profound and intense, she just remains silent. So she could be probably this one person that if you are someone that you are, I don't know, very emotional, for example, if you are a water sign and you want to have a conversation with her and to get her to express her feelings, probably you will get really frustrated because it will take a while for her to admit that she felt something, or that it's because everything she says is like she has like an answer for everything. So if you're like, you had this very stressful moment, and she will be like, oh yes, but it doesn't matter because of that moment I was able to do this. So it's like she's always like have this right rational excuses for things, for events, or for not connecting with how she felt, not what she gained or the result. So for her, she is always looking for results instead of being like, how did this make me feel? Did I feel comfortable? Did I feel uncomfortable? And then with the Midas card, definitely I think that she had always been considered like a golden child. I don't know if it is the Maknae effect, but I think that ever since she was young, everyone were very supportive of her, and probably they made her believed that she would get really far if she followed instructions. or probably being like, oh, you're so well behaved, or you're so quiet, you need to go on like that, or you need to keep being this way because you look prettier that way, or you need to do this because you are so precious, so you're going to make it if you continue to be or to act in a certain way. So I think that this is something that even though it is really nice for her, because I do believe that she does have like a kind of glow, that she is very beautiful, and she is very there's something very mesmerizing about her. I think that this archetype was put on her too early. It was like, oh, it was almost like she was, I don't know, someone's golden ticket, to be like, oh, I have a pretty daughter, something like that, or she is the pretty of the family, something like that, so they put a lot of expectations, and at the same time a lot of labels and adjective on her behavior. So I think that this is why she would probably join twice, also with a lot of labels on her, and probably with the help of the members, she was finally able to get more in touch with who she really is and what she really wants. Because I think that from a very early age, it was like someone were like, oh, she's someone's favorite, so I think that she never resisted that. It's like, I don't think she ever had like also an opinion about this, I think that things were settled for her, they were like, oh, you're going to study here, you're going to do this. So I think that this is why sometimes for her to connect with her true emotions and with her true nature, I think she learned this by living with the other members. I don't know much about the members' dynamic because I do not follow Twice, but I like their music. But I do not know how the interactions are. I just know that in the case of her, there's like a disconnection between how she really feels, and I think that she will loosen up a bit as she grows older. Of course, this is not that she will always be like this, but I think that it's like it was like she never had like an emotional support or someone actually teaching her how to deal with her emotions, how to connect with her emotions. They were like teaching her model manners and teaching her other kinds of things, but not to get in touch with her emotional nature. And I think that also the industry that she's in, and they benefit a lot from having this kind of people that actually are very like practical, and they are very goal orientated, and they are like, okay, I'm going to do this to get this and to get this result, and I'm going to keep practicing. It doesn't matter how I feel inside, I will continue. And they are always focusing on the result, so they definitely like, I wouldn't say take advantage, but they are like, okay, I'm glad she's not crying in the corner, because she's stressed, because actually like it's like they despise emotional people. I don't know why, but they are like, if you are too emotional, you are not professional, because it's like everyone is stressed, everyone is having issues, everyone is far away from their families, so it's like this lame excuse of being like, oh, in order for you to be famous, you need to concentrate and be very rational and cold, So let's go with the tarot cards that she got. She got the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the World, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Hermit, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So yes, I think that she's putting all her strengths, and at the same time, like I said, she's someone that is very stable. I don't know what is it about her. Is her rising in Taurus or something like that? Because I see her like being really stable when it comes to her presence, like her, but not just like just being still, you know, and quiet. I think it's stable in the sense that also she's very harmonious, even though she can be sitting still. She has this kind of Venusian kind of beauty. But I see her, yes, like actually her putting all her effort and all her talent into working really fast toward a goal. Because I think that there's something about her that soon a cycle is going to end, or a cycle is going to change. It's like they're going to close a cycle and enter a new one. So I definitely see her like actually wanting time to pass by really fast. I don't know if it's because she's tired of the promotions, of stuff, but actually I don't see her like tired mentally, but I do see her like she wants this cycle to end or to change. I think that definitely a change is coming for them, and she is working really hard to maintain a certain balance and a certain dignity in this process. I think that at the same time she's someone that she is very strong-willed, so she doesn't want to show that maybe she's tired or that she is having some issues. I think that she definitely just puts on a poker face and she's like, okay, let's do it. She's a warrior in that sense. But at the same time, I think she wants things to change. I think she wants a cycle to end, and she wants this very fast to happen. And then we have the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit. Yeah, she does. She has. This is something that is. I think this change that she wants when it comes to this cycle being closed is that actually she's fearful because she's attached emotionally to the group and to everything that the group represents. But at the same time, I think that here with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords, I think that it's also telling me that she does feel really lonely. And that she does feel a bit helpless sometimes. She feels like she's stuck and she cannot. It's like as if she was a slave to her feelings. And probably this also has to do with her emotional needs. Like probably this Knight of Cups could represent someone from her past, you know, someone that offered her the opportunity to have like a romantic relationship, and actually she turned that proposition down, or she actually is not able to decide because of all the pressures of this work, of this profession that she has. So I see her like in these 6 months reflecting a lot on himself or herself, and especially reflecting on why is it so hard for her to connect with emotions, and why is it so hard for her to accept love, honest and very profound love coming her way. Because I think that this invitation or this proposition of this person is unlike her, is very emotional. So this person was like very willing to do whatever it takes to be with her, but I think that she doesn't feel free enough to be with someone or to take someone's invitation or someone's proposal. And at the same time, this makes her feel helpless, and this makes her feel really lonely. And I think she also doesn't talk to this with anyone. I think that she also keeps this to herself, which also makes her feel more miserable about her situation. And I think that also this person probably wanted her to open up a little bit about how she felt. Probably this person was like, okay, how do you feel about me? Do you like me? Do you want to be with me? And she was like, oh yes, like, I don't know. And she also like blames herself a lot for actually not being able to express how she really feels. And then when she's on her own, she's like, oh my god, like I should have said something. But I think that right now love or romance is not something that actually she's in conflict with a lot of decisions that she has to make, because here with the five of cups and the 7 of wands, I think that she just doesn't want to feel heartbroken. I think that probably she had like a romantic relationship or something that actually didn't work out, or that it was a very huge disappointment and it brought a lot of sorrow to her. So it's like now she's on this defensive mode. She's like, okay, you're not getting the best of me, or I'm not going to open my heart to anyone again. But and I also see her like looking back at the past a lot. So probably that person was very important for her, because she's like, probably in the future she will have like other possibilities to date someone new. Probably there's someone around her, like someone that actually is like her friend or her acquaintances or something like that, that actually has the intention to get involved with her romantically. But I think that she's not seeing that possibility, because she is in this very pessimist mood of feeling very selfless, or feeling very helpless, actually very like very in this victim mode, of being like, oh, I always ruin everything, like I always like. I think she definitely realizes that she needs to communicate more what she wants or what she needs, because I think that there are a lot of things that she doesn't say, that then when she's on her own, she's like, oh, I wish I had said that. And I think that this happens to her in every aspect of her life. But I also think that she's not only defending herself because of she doesn't want to get heartbroken again. I think that she's also defending her reputation. I think that this is something that I see a lot when it comes to females tarot readings. This fact that they need to defend themselves. They need to, especially the ones that are considered that the most popular of the group or the visuals of the group. There's something now, and like, guys, I don't want to, like I always say, I don't want to sound like feminist. It's not that I support more the female idols than the male idols, but what I do see in every single individual reading that I do for a female idol is the fact that they feel like they need to protect themselves. And I think that this has to do with the fragility of being a female in this industry. So I think that by this, I think that in the industry, just like in every other aspect of society, there are a lot of fuckboys, and there are a lot of guys that just want to, quote unquote, date you just to get some favors. And then they just forget about you and they replace you with other conquer. Because I also get, like, of course, it's like when we think about the males, we always think, oh, it must be like an older person or an older male CEO that actually like wants to get favors from these young girls. And actually, I don't think that the dangerous one are only the old guy, the old man in power. I think that the danger for them as well is their fellow idols, is the male idols. I know that a lot of people, we all have a bias, of course. We all have, like, the ones that we have a male bias, we always like look at our bias and be like, oh, he's so romantic, oh, he's so cute, oh, he's so sexy, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. And I think that sometimes when I read for these young girls, well, she was a young girl when she joined these young women, I sense this feeling of covering themselves up, of being like, don't look at me, don't look at me. And it's not about that, oh, I'm too pretty, I'm too popular, I'm the best, this is why I don't want you to look at me. No, it's about because of reputation. And I think that these people that they defend themselves from also have a reputation. So we know, because in workplaces, you always have those kinds of people, So I think that for a female idol it's always about protecting themselves. Not only their heart, it's also protecting themselves from their own desires in order not to get involved with people that could ruin their reputation. So, and then the last card is the Four of Wands. That the Four of Wands is a card that talks about celebration. So I think that definitely whatever she's protecting herself from emotionally is going to be in order for her to reunite and to celebrate with the members at the end of the year. Because I think that this mechanism, this self mechanism of her defending herself and protecting herself, I think it also has to do with the fact that probably she saw the other members going through heartaches or going through very traumatic breakups or like some kind of emotional issue. And I think that for her it's like, I don't want to go through this myself because I'm too weak, or I don't know how I would do it. So I think that she's protecting herself right now because she's not available emotionally right now because she wants to concentrate on other practical things. For example, being able to celebrate with the members everything that they had built before. I think that she really wants to celebrate. I think about the end of the year, they will celebrate together, all of them. But at the same time, they all need to heal. They all need to take care of themselves. They need to keep protecting themselves. I think what she's showing me is this of them actually turning to each other, and being like protecting each other instead of trusting outsiders or people that are not part of this group, because I think that they had been through a lot of hardships, all of them, and somehow they try to, the majority of them, they try to stay strong despite of all the odds. But at the same time, I think that this is why I think she wants this cycle to end, because of everything that they had to put up with, and with all the fears and with all the with everything, because it's all about effort. I actually don't see this girl like resting in her house, you know, being like, oh, I'm on vacation. No, I see her like working and working and working. And I think that this must be the reality for all of them. So I'm glad to see that the last card is the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands is a celebration of something. So I think that good news are going to come for twice, but of course that I have the feeling that this celebration is something very intimate for them. So we will have to wait till the end of the year to see what it is. So guys, this is all I have for Tzuyu of twice. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like. It would mean a lot to me, and subscribe if you haven't already. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.